Hi, I'm Eric D'Amato.
I'm Matt.
And happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
We're changing things up on Halloween. This is Matt's first Halloween review ever.
Yeah. Yeah, crazy, isn't it?
Crazy. But hey, this is the 10th year I've been doing this. Time to start shaking things up a little, right?
Sorry, my mind just tracked on what you said, and that's
like
insane.
10 years of doing, not 10 years of doing Mindbreakers, but 10 years of doing YouTube.
Yeah.
Expect in 2 months, expect a bit of a special Let's Play.
Expect
a lot of special stuff this year.
Yeah, I'm assuming you got stuff lined up for 10th, so that's always fun.
Also this year, we hit 800 subscribers.
Yeah. You sure did. Congrats. Congrats.
We played a game that we joked about you reviewing for years.
April Fools, I'm telling you, it's coming. I think we can get it done. I want that to be like the big one, I think. It'll be fun.
Well, we're YouTubers, so isn't an April Fool's video just like we say we're going to do something, but we lied and did something else?
No, we'll
it's
do it.
funny for somehow.
I've always viewed I like doing the April Fool's thing, but I kind of want to take that and just actually do stuff that I normally wouldn't do. I think that'd just be fun. I feel like Aragon is like fucking the one.
But as to clearly the fucking the intro showed you what this month is. It's Hannibal month. We're bringing some culture into our horror reviews. So I got to. We both have useless cinema degrees.
Yeah, degrees? I don't have a degree.
You don't have a degree?
I left.
You're a smart man.
I left on my last semester because I had to redo French, and I was like, no.
I have a cinema degree, and I have a business degree.
That business isn't bad.
Business degree is actually useful.
Yeah. Me being able to look at a film and go.
But we're looking at the Hannibal films.
I'm excited. I mean, we both...
The 4 ones with the titles of because obviously we already looked at Manhunter.
Yeah.
And there's only 4 Fridays this October.
Yeah.
Because sometimes there are 5, which is how we did Phantasm when we did it. But
yeah,
we're looking at the 4 main Anthony Hopkins verse Hannibal films.
Yeah.
Now there were many ways we could have tackled this. We could have done them the order the books came out.
Sure.
Red Dragon, Silence of the Lambs, Hannibal Rising.
Yeah.
We could have done this the order the movies came out. Silence of the Lambs, Hannibal, Red Dragon, Hannibal Rising.
Yeah.
But all of these have the very big problem of the note we go out on is Hannibal Rising. Now, I only saw Hannibal Rising once. I only read the book once. I tried rereading it.
I didn't read the book.
I didn't get very far.
Yeah.
Also, we're not doing we're not going to focus that much on these films as adaptations.
Yeah, I feel like that'd be more your avenue. I only read the one Silence of the Lambs based off of.
So. We're just looking at them as movies.
Yeah,
we're just looking at them as movies. But a few things we will mention about the books, especially when we get to Hannibal. I have something very important to mention when we get there. But we're doing these in chronological order, which is Hannibal Rising, Red Dragon, Silence of the Lambs, and Hannibal.
Yeah. Because
Hannibal is not good, it's at least fucking hilarious.
Yeah, you'll have a good time watching it, probably, for the most part.
But this is one of those movies where Hannibal Rising is, where there's very little possibility of the movie being good.
Yeah.
It's just like with It. It's because the book... Okay, may I quote a Disney film? In Mulan, "This is what you give me to work with. Well, honey, I've seen worse. We're gonna turn this sow's ear into a silk purse." It's a bad book. There's not a lot you can do with a bad book.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I feel like, of course they had to make the movie because, you did the other one, so you're obviously going to do this one. And
also, I've realized the quality of an adaptation, not even just as an adaptation, just as a film. It depends how much time there is between the book coming out and the movie being made.
Yeah.
The less time there is, the worse it is.
Yeah.
But this is Hannibal Rising from 2007. Rated R. Go. If you don't make a Hannibal movie rated R, you've already fucking failed. 6.1 out of 10, which seems high.
Yeah.
Directed by Peter Weber.
That name sounds familiar.
Trauma and tragedy during World War II warp young Hannibal Lecter's mind.
Is that it?
That's it.
Okay.
It stars Gaspar Ulliel as Hannibal. Don't know who he is. Rhys Ifans. Don't know who he is. Aaron Thomas, Gong Li, Helena Liet. Don't even know how to pronounce that one. I'm not going to try. Richard Leaf, Martin Hubb, Michelle. I don't know who any of these actors are.
Yeah, and say I don't think I recognize any of them either.
I think they actually, because it is. I think they're all Eastern European except for Gong Li. Yeah, I think they're all from where it takes place, like around Russia, Slavic countries. That's something at least.
Yeah.
But if I remember anything, Isco's fucking weird disco, but not like fun. This just goes weird.
Yeah. It's not like the fun weird that we usually get.
It's not Hannibal. Hannibal Rising goes in directions.
Yeah.
Let's just say Pornhub tags.
Yeah, I mean, Rising is... Yeah, it's a weird one. If you've never seen it before, oh boy. It's something. I watched it when it came out, and that was the last time I watched it.
I watched it... same. Not when it came out on DVD, I watched it.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't watch it in theaters.
Yeah, I didn't see it in theaters. I saw it when it came out on DVD.
Interestingly, Gaspard is the Ulliel. He is the only Hannibal actor to never be in a Marvel film.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, huh? Yeah.
Because Brian Cox from Manhunter is in X2.
Yeah.
Hannibal Lecter is in. Sorry, that's how much he is the character. Anthony Hopkins. Sir Anthony Hopkins is in Thor.
Yeah.
And Mads Mikkelsen's in Doctor Strange. So.
Yep. Okay, yeah, he is in Doctor Strange. Fuck.
He is the villain.
That's right, yeah.
Well, Dormammu's the villain, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's watch the book which answers the question that no one was asking. Hannibal Rising.
Let's get to it.
Is your name Hannibal Lecter? Do you recall the events that led to your family's murder? The little boy Hannibal died out in that snow. He was raised in a work camp.
Let's hear you scream, little master.
What he is now, there's no word for it. Do you have any guilty knowledge of the death of Paul Momun?
Guilty knowledge? I found them. The men who killed my family.
He was killed in the woods where your family died.
His face had been eaten. Now tell me, Inspector. You lost family in the war.
Yes.
Did you catch who did it?
No.
Then we are both suspects.
It's Lecter. He's tracking them down one by one.
If they catch Hannibal, they'll shoot him.
Stop now. Forgive them.
Never.
Good evening, Inspector.
So, Hannibal Rising.
Yep.
It's I know I said we wouldn't compare it to the book that much, but this isn't really a comparison. This is just bringing up something that I'm glad was cut from almost every adaptation. Mm-hmm. The book makes it clear. All this isn't just Hannibal Rising. This is all the books.
Yeah.
Hannibal has 6 fingers on his right hand, so I guess he killed Inigo Montoya's father, and he has maroon eyes.
Yeah.
I'm glad they cut those out because that would just make it look very silly.
Yeah. It'd be a pain too for like effects and stuff too. Like, fuck that.
And he always has them on the cover. He always has the red eyes on the cover.
Yeah. I'm allowed to have room now.
So we begin in the 40s in Lithuania, 1944 in Lithuania.
Yep.
Where they keep also showing us fucking wild boar imagery, which I guess is technically referencing the past movie, but also foreshadowing it.
Yeah.
For Mason Verger's... This is Thomas Harris pretending he had some kind of plan. But this is referencing something that happens in Hannibal, which is chronologically the last book. And consequently movie.
Yeah.
But there's a boar just fucking around in the forest. The mother hides her pearls. They're leaving their castle Lecter.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's stupid.
I'm so happy that like watching other people talk about Hannibal Rising, they all talk about how stupid it is that there's a castle Lecter.
It's weird that there's all this shit. Like,
yeah. I don't know.
I just expect him to be was a dude, and then he started eating people.
Yeah.
Now he's a fucking prince. There's a bunch of ridiculous shit.
Get into some other stuff as we go down this movie. Keep constantly getting surprised how he's
not caught. How he's not. How the following movies can even fucking happen at this point. Guess it's good he didn't have the red eyes because, like, hey, we're looking for because in the fucking 50s, hey, we're looking for a murderer. You have red eyes. We're just going to assume it's you.
Yeah.
But they're fleeing their house because it's going to get attacked.
Yeah.
They go to a lodge. The Nazis take the castle. They kill the chef because he's Jewish.
Yep.
Which is why they have no food in the cabin.
Yeah. Yeah.
A plane falls out of the sky and because some Nazis show up and they just want water.
It was Russians, right? Isn't it Russians that were showing up?
I don't know. Whoever it is, a plane falls out of the sky and kills everybody except
they
for...
shoot the plane down. Shit happens.
Everyone except Hannibal and his baby sister, Misha.
Yeah.
Who I feel I'm supposed to care about.
Well...
But I really don't because she's barely a character.
Yeah.
It's a real Bambi's mom situation.
Yeah, it's just a plot device that's about to get used in about 5 minutes.
Then some guys who are pretending to be doctors.
No, they were part of the other corps, weren't they?
They wanted to be SS. But
yeah.
I don't know. They show up. They threaten They threaten Hannibal.
Yeah.
They're the ones who told about the... I don't know. There's a whole... It's confusing. Doesn't matter. They show up. They hold the kids hostage. And then they don't have any food, so they eat the kid.
Yeah. Because it's winter outside.
Yep.
Everything's either hibernating or frozen dead with maggots.
But that's one because they found it was frozen, well rotten. Yeah. The bird's fine. But
they obviously didn't have a lot of food because they lived in a castle.
There's literally 2 rotten potatoes, and the cook didn't get there with the food.
Yeah.
So
yeah, they movie doesn't tell you, but they totally did eat the sister.
Well, the movie doesn't tell you till the end. It's supposed to be a thing, which is not to compare it to the book, but even stupid in the book because you're supposed obviously the only people who are going to be picking up Hannibal Rising are people who've read the other Thomas Harris books.
Yeah,
and this whole thing already is told in a flashback in Hannibal. This whole part of it.
Yeah.
This has already been told to us. So I don't know why you're pussyfooting around this thing, which we already know. It's also really... this movie is shockingly afraid to show you Hannibal eating human flesh.
Yeah.
It's we know it's his thing. It's Hannibal the fucking cannibal.
Yeah, come on. cut 8 years into the future.
Where he's at an orphanage based out of the... Because Lithuania is part of the USSR now.
Yeah.
So it's a communist orphanage built... And it's in what used to be Castle Lecter.
Yeah.
And then he stabs a kid with a fork.
He's going to slap him. Not very nice.
It's like, I'm not locked in here with you, you're locked in here with me, essentially.
Has nightmares about his sister getting eaten, because, I mean, yeah.
Then he screams, so they lock him in the storeroom. But, well, he grew up in this place, so he finds a secret passage, runs a sickle along someone's face, doesn't kill them.
No, because he gets stuck in the trap after.
Yeah. And then, somehow makes it over the fucking Berlin Wall. Well, it's not built yet, but there's still between East Germany and West Germany, there's still the demarcation. Somehow gets through, gets to France, Paris, and gets adopted by his uncle.
His uncle's wife.
Yes. Is his uncle in the movie?
His uncle died.
His uncle died.
A year before he arrived, I think, is what she says.
Alright, I went to get coffee at this point. This movie's 2 fucking hours long.
Yeah, she says, your uncle would be happy to see you if you were still alive. It would be a year almost.
It's his uncle's Japanese wife.
Yes. And they just kind of hang out for a bit.
Yeah, they hang out. They go to the market.
Teaches them about our ancestors for a bit.
Mm-hmm. There's a suit of armor.
And a cool face mask that definitely won't be used in this movie.
No, it's not on the cover.
No.
He, I polished the armor with olive cloves. Like, that seems like it's not really good polishing, but okay.
Yeah, they go to the market to buy some food, I presume.
Yeah.
We don't get there because some fucking chef is being a jackass.
Yeah, butcher's like, hey, Japanese, through your pussy goes cross ways. So Hannibal beats the shit out of him with a meat tenderizer.
Yeah.
Doesn't get arrested.
No.
Neither of them do, because she pulls a knife on someone.
Yeah. Well, he's gonna stab him, so... yeah. They get interrogated by the fucking French police guy, detective. I don't know what the fuck he is.
He's a police inspector.
Okay. Yeah.
One would assume the police are French, because it's, Paris.
Yeah. Who at certain angles just reminded me of John Cena. It's almost uncanny how some of the facial expressions were just John Cena.
So, he's
polishing the weapon.
He's polishing the weapon. Then he goes... He takes he puts the mask on.
Yeah, we get the cover shot of the movie.
And... It's a fundamental... But the thing is, he doesn't wear it out to go kill. So
no,
I don't
it's
understand.
literally just, they shot it for the cover kind of thing.
He said... Again, not to... But he does... For the big climax, he puts the mask on. Again, fundamental misunderstanding of the Hannibal mask. Hannibal does not wear the mask intentionally.
Yeah.
It's also... It's one of those things where in the book, it's being influenced by the movies. Because in the books, the Hannibal mask is legit just a goalie mask they strap on his face.
Yeah.
It's not... But so now, I guess it changed. The books change to reflect the movies because of how popular the movies are.
Yeah, we cut to the same butcher fishing.
Yep.
Cuts the fish, throws it in the river to catch more.
Well, he throws the organs in the river.
Oh yeah. Sorry,
it's a pretty hefty fish he catches.
Yeah, it's a big fucking boy. Couple
Tasty
pounds.
fish. Prepared correctly, a tasty fish.
Oh yeah.
My skilled hands are busy.
And then we go.
Yeah, so Hannibal's there, kills him with a katana.
Does the whole deliverance thing where he's playing the guitar.
Mm-hmm. Kills him with a katana.
Yeah, because while he was fishing,
I studied the blade. Because there are some scenes before where he's learning kendo.
Yeah.
So now he knows how to use a katana, apparently.
Yeah, so that's how it works. You learn a little bit of wooden kendo, and you're good with a sword. He does kill the guy after cutting him up a bit, making him feel pain. Chops off his head. Fucking cool. Always like a good decapitation in the movie.
Mm-hmm. Presumably, he then eats his cheeks.
Yeah.
Because it's explained that cod cheeks taste really good or something.
Yeah.
On
he was talking about the fish, and I was just zoned out. I was like, okay. And they find the body. Head's missing.
Yeah. They find mushrooms in the fire.
They interrogate him again because, I mean, a day ago he was beating the shit out of him with a meat cleaver.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, understandable why they would ask Hannibal if he fucking knew anything about the death.
The aunt is shocking. I think Modico?
That sounds right.
She's shocking. Like, she's like, you shouldn't be doing this, but he just puts the severed head.
Yeah, before the cops show up.
He just puts it in her shrine.
It's like, I killed them because
it was rude. I don't like rude people. And she's like, what the fuck are you doing? This is not normal behavior.
Didn't need to do it. It's like, oh, but I did. And then she's like, okay. And, I mean, she covers for him. I mean,
it's one of those things where it kind of ruins the character. It like an Attack of the Clones. There's a similar, like, ruining the character thing with what someone's okay with.
Okay.
Where Anakin goes to Padme.
Yeah.
And tells her, this person was supposed to be like this really, like, warrior for the people politician. It's like, yo, I committed a genocide. I committed a war crime. I slaughtered an entire village of these people. And she's okay with it. And she doesn't fucking leave him. That's character assassination. Because you can't like Padme anymore.
Yeah.
Because she's okay with genocide. What, is it only genocide? Does it only count if they're humans? You're fucking racist now, too? Yeah, it's one of those things where, like, her not giving him up over this.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah, and I mean, as he's being interrogated by the detectives, like, the polygraph test, had no effect because it's fucking Hannibal. Like,
it's a polygraph test.
Yeah, it's also a polygraph test, but in the 50s, so...
True.
Like, yeah, I'm sure it probably wasn't the best back then either. And,
probably even worse back then.
Yeah, it's probably even fucking worse. And, then the one of the other police walk in and they're like, we found the head. It's outside. Because someone's
on a spike.
And finds out that she put it there to, like, probably diverge them away from Hannibal for a bit. Because, I mean, while he was with them, he couldn't have put the head there, so... Yeah.
Well, he was a war criminal anyway, so who really gives a shit?
Yeah.
At a certain point.
Oh, other stuff happens.
Then he's in medical school.
Yeah, so he goes to med school.
Gets an apartment. He listens to the song while taking drugs.
Yep.
It's because he goes as a medical student to an interrogation where they're interrogating a person who gave up children to the Nazis, but in his defense, they were torturing him.
Yeah, because they give him essentially truth serum.
Yeah, like sodium pentothal.
Yeah, and he says, like, did you give up the children where they were hiding? He says, after they broke my fingers, yes. And it's like, oh, yeah, all right. And then they're like, okay, well, you're a war criminal now, so...
And they send him to the guillotine?
Yeah, Hannibal, like, kind of looks at him and puts the cross in his mouth.
He wanted the crucifix with his brain, not his heart. And the cop's kind of surprised. Hannibal, you're here? All right.
He's like, I'm a medical student.
I'd like to point out, Dr. Lecter is not that kind of doctor. He is a psychologist.
Well, you know.
Well, I think it's right that he was a surgeon.
Yeah.
The deeper it goes into Hannibal's backstory in the books, the more fucking ludicrous this man becomes. He's basically evil Batman.
Yeah.
Like, and now we're adding the ninja angle too.
He does the thing, and then he finds out where one of the other people who ate his sister is. Yeah. He finds him, ties him to a tree.
Yep. Strangles him with a rope.
Yep. After kind of forcing him to remember, even though I'm pretty sure he didn't forget. It was just more he didn't really know who this guy was at first.
But when he's taking the drugs, he listens to the Goldberg variations.
Oh yeah.
Which is also the intro theme in this year's Halloween intro.
Yeah.
It's also what he plays in Hannibal. It's
Yeah.
Generally, like, there's no set soundtrack for any of the Hannibal.
Yeah.
There's no set, like, there's the Freddy theme, there's the Exorcist theme, there's the Halloween theme, there's the Phantasm theme. There's no... Yeah, there's Hello Zep.
Yeah.
But there's not really a Hannibal theme, which is why I chose Goldberg variations for the theme of the episode.
Yeah, I feel like Hannibal doesn't really have a theme. It's kind of more like a genre of music that you just hear throughout the film. Yeah, it's classical music. Like,
and atmospheric things for the...
Yeah, of course.
But where obviously with Halloween, it's the Phantasm, it's what is it? Dun, 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 dun,
oh,
dun,
yeah.
Dun, 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 yeah. But
he takes the drugs, I think, just basically to relive the memories, I guess.
I mean, I don't know what he takes, but given the last thing, just him watching them giving him the guy truth serum, I don't know why. It feels like he's giving himself sodium pentothal.
Yeah, I think it's more for him just to, like, recall everything again.
Oh, okay.
Like, I think that's what it was. Because then that's when he starts remembering, like, all the faces and, like, who's the people who...
But with the chopping the head off, and he tells later, oh, you'll be sent to the guillotine. I'm like, were they using the guillotine in the 50s?
On war criminals, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah.
But Hannibal's not a war criminal.
No, but... I mean, he's killed people now, so...
True.
Probably don't care.
I'm actually just going to Google this.
They use guillotines back.
Yes!
I mean, like, I'm pretty sure, like, that was a thing. I wouldn't be surprised. It's either that or this fucking dude is off his rocker.
When did they stop you? Yeah, Thomas Harris is it? Oh, fuck! Okay.
Is it recent?
Define recent.
Last 10 years? They still using the guillotine?
The last recorded use is in 1981.
Oh, shit.
So, okay, I withdraw my criticism.
I didn't think it was
France is just insane.
I didn't think it was the 80s. I thought it'd be at least like the 70s. Holy shit. God damn.
Fuck, alright.
Yeah, funny. So ties the dude to the tree, makes him remember because of the song he sang to Misha. They sing together, and then Hannibal presumably uses the horse to fucking rip the dude's neck off with a rope. It's pretty tight.
Hey!
And same thing, they find the head and a tree stump with the cheeks eaten out.
And they find various dog... And Hannibal's collecting dog tags.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, young Hannibal is sloppy as hell.
Yeah.
Because, hey, you probably shouldn't just have a murder wall where anyone can see it in your apartment.
And mind this, right?
With a little box of the trophies you were collecting.
And this is after he's already been interrogated by the police twice. The cop straight up tells him, bro, like, if you are killing them, they're war criminals.
I have a problem with him collecting the dog tags.
Mm.
Because this isn't even going to the book. This is referencing another.
Yeah.
This is made into the movies. Because in Silence of the Lambs, which I distinctly remember because I've seen this movie hundreds of times, it's one of my top 20 favorite movies ever made.
Yeah.
I love this film.
Yeah.
Well, a lot serial killers keep trinkets or trophies of the victims. I didn't. No, you ate yours. So you'd think we wouldn't have the fucking...
Once again...
I'm not expecting you to have read the book. I'm expecting you to have watched one of the greatest movies of all time.
I don't know, but the detective even tells him at some point, like...
It's like, just don't kill him.
Just don't kill him.
I understand. I lost my family members of mine in the war, too. Just try to... Maybe just, like, don't kill in France.
Yeah. Sadly, everyone else is in France, though, so...
Except for one who's in Canada.
It's Saskatoon, as we learned.
Which is a lie. No one goes to Saskatoon.
But, so he the guys who, ate the sister, find out.
They're just human traffickers now.
Yeah.
One owns a cafe and he's relatively normal.
Yeah.
The others are just human traffickers.
Yeah, there's human traffickers. One of them is like their fucking... Like... It's like their hound. Like, they send them to do, like, all the get the girls, track them down. Mm. You know what to do about Hannibal.
They sent him to kill Hannibal with a gun.
Yeah.
He gets drowned in a drowning tank, which the hospital just has for some reason.
Again, I think it was like body reasons, but I don't know yet. Fucking. I'm
like
sure
this
they
is I
explain
don't
it somewhere.
there's I don't. Maybe it's hydrotherapy, but then why does it have the lid with the window? Like,
I'm sure they must have explained it somewhere, and I just zoned out, and I didn't care. But yeah, he gets the fucking drop on him because it's Hannibal.
It's this whole tank thing is weird though, because
there are other bodies in there.
But I don't understand what it's for.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Like, is it formaldehyde? Because you don't soak, you inject them with embalming fluid. Like, what the fuck is going on? Why is this?
50s, I don't know.
Why is there a saw trap?
So he can use it, obviously. Because he hands him in there, and he gets the information that he needs. And he's like, that's cool.
Bye-bye.
He just closes the door and starts filling up the water.
Him and Muriko are at a cafe.
I forgot about the cafe scene.
And there's birds, which is plot crucial. The bird cage. And then he sees the owner, that one of the people, he owns a cafe.
Yeah.
He's gone by to check the till before going to church, and he has a daughter.
Hannibal recognizes him.
And Hannibal lures the child over with candy, which...
50s!
Hannibal, don't do that.
And when she does come, he sees that she's wearing Misha's bracelet. Mm-hmm. So he's like, oh shit, I definitely have the right guy. And then...
he plants a dog tag in her pocket.
Yeah. And then Marika kind of looks at him and goes, he has kids. And Hannibal just kind of looks at her like... And?
It's like, we were children.
He sees the dog tag, gets freaked out. That's when they find out Hannibal's onto them. They send to kill him, and then he gets drowned. As the detective's there, because very obviously this dude is suspecting Hannibal of killing 2 people already.
This is one of those things, because it's made very clear by the inspector that, look, find these guys, that's fine, but give them to me.
Yeah.
But Hannibal's like, oh, no, they have to die. I'm like, but they're going to die anyway, Hannibal. They're going to go to the gate.
It's one of those things where it's like, you clearly saw a war criminal get his head chopped off.
This isn't like a death wish situation where they're just going to go to prison. This isn't...
Like,
also, I have this problem, even as much as I love the Punisher movie, as much as I love the 1989 Batman movie, I have a problem when you make the character's motivation revenge. Because this is Hannibal's motivation. This is to get revenge on the people who ate his sister.
Yeah.
The problem is once the revenge, now you need to find another reason for him to keep doing that.
Yeah.
And with Batman, it's okay, protect Gotham. With Punisher, it's kill other criminals. I don't know what the question that this book and movie was created to answer is why is Hannibal here? I don't know. He just is. And that's the answer we had before the movie and the book.
When you're watching Silence of the Lambs, the thing isn't you're wondering why Hannibal is the way he is. You're terrified of him because of what he is. Like, he's just scary as shit. And that's fine. We didn't need a reason.
I do at least respect that this movie is not like, oh, Hannibal was a great person and thing happened. So no, it's fucking monster the whole time.
No. Like, he straight up, like, the inspector straight up says, that man has no emotion. There's no human word we can use from him other than monster.
Yeah, that's Hannibal.
That's Hannibal, yeah. And again, it's not like the inspector's a bad guy either. Like, he understands Hannibal's reasoning for doing what he's doing, if he did it, which he did. And the inspector's just like, dude, I just want to do this our way. Because that way no one gets in trouble. So he tells them what happens, and the inspector's like, okay, yeah, I'm starting to see why he's fucking killing these people now. So the bad guys, which obviously since they're making Hannibal the good guy, are so cartoonishly evil. You know, like, they're cartoonishly evil, like when you said, like, they're human traffickers. Like, the first scene you see with them is just a room full of women they are presumably trafficking. And you see how much of a cartoonishly, like, way he moves and speaks is. Like, it's...
So they kidnap Mariko.
Yeah.
And she smacks the birdcage and the birds...
They kidnap him because he tries to kill him first.
Yes.
In the bathtub.
Yeah.
With a fucking cartoonishly weird, dishonored type of trap that he set up in the house.
Yeah, but he also set up a backup trap to blow it up and escape.
Yeah, not only did he fucking, like, Sam Fisher his way in to hide in the bathroom with steam, but then he had, like, the Dishonored trap of the house is gonna blow up if something goes awry.
Well, it's gonna blow up anyway as a backup plan, because I'm a Batman villain now.
He gets out, they live because he just didn't pull the trigger for some fucking reason.
They reminded me of a much better movie.
What's that?
They Live.
Oh, yeah.
Put the foot on the fucking sunglasses, Hannibal!
And, yeah, like you said, they kidnap Marika and Life for a Life and all that jazz.
And she keys him to where she is by hitting the birdcage.
Yeah, very smart. I like that little...
Not that smart. She could have just told him everything in Japanese.
I mean, yeah, that too. But I mean, I appreciate the bird shit.
It's like, yeah, cool. It's a very creative way you did this, or you could have just taken the way that makes sense.
Yeah.
That you both speak a language that they do not.
It doesn't matter. He ends up there anyway, so
He ends up there, but first he goes to interrogate the cafe owner. It's like, oh, I'll kill your kid. I'll let your kid... I won't hurt your kid if you tell me. Then it's revealed he didn't kidnap the kid at all.
Yeah.
Because
like, gives him
at a point, Hannibal has some morals. Like,
yeah, like he gives him like a false head thing that you think just to scare him. Calls his wife. His wife says the kids are fine. Like, what's wrong? And he's like, oh, shit, he was telling the truth. Like, oh.
You lied to me. You tricked me. No, I'm keeping my promise. You told me. And now I'm not going to hurt your kids.
Yeah, I'm sparing your life for your children. He puts the gun down.
And leaves, but he fucker grabs the gun, so Hannibal deflects the bullet, because he grabs a Tonto knife from the samurai display. And fucking ridiculous. They make him so ridiculous.
Stabs him through the neck, pushes harder to go through the head. Fucking...
Somehow manages to... No, he doesn't deflect it, because the blade is fine when it goes in.
The bullet he stops is the one he gets shot in the back from. That's the bullet that breaks it.
But the blade's fine when he puts it under in the...
No, yeah, this one is fine. It breaks because when he ran into the room and he shot him in the back.
Okay.
Yeah, because we'll get there.
Because when we see the Tonto out and it has like I was like, how the fuck did you manage to break Japanese forged steel? What is wrong with you?
He tells Hannibal that the dude has a houseboat or conveyor boat, whatever you want to call it, like a long boat, where he's keeping her there because that's where he does all the human trafficking shit.
Yeah, all that evil shit he does.
So he does the, motorcycle ride through the city, climb on top of the boat, knocks the dude over.
Fuck, he does just Splinter Cell through the boat.
Yeah. And as he's heading into the room where she is, the guy who left the room, he's just hiding because he knew Hannibal was coming, shoots him in the back. And the reason why it blocked the bullet is he was aiming specifically for, like, the vertebrae. Because that's why he stabs him in the leg and says, see, you can't feel anything.
It's like, which, kudos on young Hannibal.
Oh,
he gets stabbed right in the leg and act like you don't feel it.
Like, I love that shit. I was like, oh, hell yeah, that's cool.
Even though it is ridiculous to the point where I feel like I'm watching more a Deathstroke origin movie than a Hannibal origin movie at this point.
Yeah, he starts.
So when's he going to get his eye cut out? What do you mean? Well, this is the origin of Slade Wilson.
Yeah. And like fucking the dude who's even getting more cartoonishly evil now and starts like licking Marika and is obviously going to do some bad stuff when Hannibal
cuts his fucking and cuts his ankle tendons.
Pulls the fucking broken knife out from the board.
Does hamstring him. By the way, this man, even if he made it out of this, he's never walking again.
I don't even fucking make it out of the bull stuff.
No, he doesn't make it out. None of them make it out.
And then that's where you kind of learn the shocking truth of Hannibal, which is...
He also ate the food.
Yeah.
And... I... insert clip from The Simpsons. Oh, please, Lisa, everyone's already figured that part out. Because it plays this big revelation. It's like... But, oh no, it's like, Hannibal. They were starving, and they ate your sister. You had food too. What the fuck do you think they fed you?
I think, because he says it was the broth, so I don't think they actually gave him meat, but he still drank the broth. Which is still, I mean, the broth was made from her fucking bones, so.
But he must, like, granted, in the book, they're just ridiculously evil because they have an entire barn full of children and they just decide to eat them.
Where did they get the children?
They were kidnapping children to eat.
Like, just that entire time? Or
yes.
Like, oh my god.
Because they're fucking evil.
Yeah, okay, I'm glad the movie was his sister. Good one.
Or at least, bear in mind, I haven't read it since high school.
Sure. But I believe it.
In high school, this was a perfectly reasonable book for me.
Yeah, I'm sure, like, reading this, like, in 2007 or something was,
really,
like, fine.
I never liked the movie. But the book, I liked it well enough when I was in high school, but a book that's very, very obviously made for adults should probably appeal to more than just high school boys. You shouldn't have the same target demographic as fucking Aragon.
Yeah. He slice the dude's fucking heels. Get a cool scene.
Releases Mariko. She's like, "Oh, promise me you won't." Like before, it's like, "Promise me you won't kill him." I can't.
Yeah, like
already promised Misha that I would.
Yeah, and so he starts carving the dude.
It downplays the fact that he fucks his aunt a lot.
Oh yeah, they only smooch in this one,
and not even like
not even like.
But now they're a full-on couple in the book.
Sure.
It's terrible. But she's referred to explicitly as his stepmother because his uncle adopts him.
Yeah. His uncle married and she just let him live there, kind of thing. Yeah, he carves the big M
in her chest.
M for meat.
M for Misha.
Oh,
because at the beginning he's teaching her to draw the M.
That's right. Okay.
Even though they're Lithuanian, so that shape would mean nothing. It would be Cyrillic, but whatever.
Eats his cheeks as
or just bites into his face as Mariko leaves.
Because understandable. I don't want to be there either. Fuck.
But I do appreciate that because I was getting like, oh yeah, you're gonna stab him with a Japanese knife, whatever. You're fucking Hannibal. Do that. Okay, you're doing the Hannibal thing.
Okay, all right.
Because some of the most shocking scenes from Silence of the Lambs are Hannibal actually biting people.
Yeah. Which like it's hinted to because you see the missing pieces, but now you see him do it, which is. Yeah, you get
the missing pieces, but you had the idea that they were cut out.
Yeah.
Then he blows up the house and escapes to Canada, where he kills one of the guys in Saskatoon. Yeah. And
what do you say? I'm here to collect a head because he's a fucking taxidermist.
I'm here to collect a hair.
A hair.
Because he's the guy. This is the guy who found the rabbit with the maggots.
Oh, that's right.
Because apparently, that does track. Hannibal has the fucking super memory.
Yeah.
But
because when he says like he has portraits of the people, it's not like
he has drawings.
He drew them. So.
Which tracks because to quote in Silence of the Lambs, he has all those like drawings in his cell. Memory is what I have instead of a view. Hannibal, and we're gonna see this a lot too when we get to the last movie. And the movie's over. How the building blows up.
Yeah, he goes.
The boat blows up. He escapes, and somehow, after all this shit he did in France,
drives through Canada.
All this shit he does in France, he manages to start practicing medicine successfully in the States with the same name, and no one has any questions. No.
Yeah, it's Hannibal Rising. I'll admit. It's not as bad as I remembered. I still don't really love this movie, though.
I will say, the Hannibal movies, and consequently books that are less well remembered, Hannibal and Hannibal Rising have the same problem. Or same thing that one can assume leads to being a problem. In Silence of the Lambs and Red Dragon, both are beloved.
Yeah.
Hannibal is a side character.
Yeah.
Hannibal Rising and Hannibal, he is the main character.
Yeah.
And he's not a good main character, because he's and he's also not a good main villain.
Yeah.
Because he's too much. There's too much.
Yeah, like, I think, I don't know, I think, like, writing this is
when you get to, like, obviously next week you're going to be doing Red Dragon.
Yeah.
Red Dragon, Will Graham is the main character of Red Dragon.
Yeah.
Hell, Will Graham's the main character of the TV show, which, by the way, is fantastic until season 3. Then it gets insane. But I recommend watching it.
I'm probably going to watch it now that we're doing this. Like,
the whole thing's on Tubi.
Oh, good.
So, definitely recommend it.
Hell yeah.
But This had its problems.
I think it's too long.
Yeah, it is too long. They all tend to be
yes.
that length, but this one doesn't really fill it as well.
Yeah, like Silence of the Lambs, right? Like, you get the other shit, too.
Yeah, there's the police... It's because there's the stuff with Hannibal,
yeah.
but it's also Clarice solving this murder,
yeah.
and it's James Gunn's stuff.
I mean, it's the same, like, you already covered it, like with Manhunter, right?
Yeah.
Like, long movie, but you
really
get
long movie.
all the other shit, too, that makes it good. This one, it's just Hannibal on a revenge mission, which is fine, but...
But this would have been a perfectly fine, fun movie at 90 minutes.
Yeah, an hour and 30 minutes. I think that's all you need. I agree.
Especially with how much they cut. Like, there's no reason for it to be this long.
Yeah. I'm sure as we go through all the Hannibal, I'll definitely consider this one the least good one. Because I already don't like it that much.
This isn't a good movie.
It's not a good movie, but it's not terrible. It's just...
But there are the seeds of what could be a good... And there's not a lot they could really change because, like... There are bad movies adapted from good books.
Yeah.
There has almost never been a good movie adapted from a bad book.
Yeah.
And I hate to say it, the book isn't good.
No, I think that's like everyone I've known who's read it says it wasn't that good. So...
I've read worse, but
yeah.
It's there's something with Stephen King as well, like fucking It.
Yeah.
Dreamcatcher. Like, there are certain things which are just fucking dead on arrival.
Yeah. Fucking, this one is like...
And hell, Stephen King will admit to it half the time.
Yeah.
Hey, this book you wrote was bad. Yeah, I'm sorry, but...
It's bound to happen. Like... Yeah, this one is... I mean... If you've never seen it before, do you need to watch it?
It's on Tubi.
It's on Tubi if you want to see it. Yeah, there's some, like you said, there's seeds of good stuff here. Like, it's not all bad. But, yeah, it's a bit of a stretch to get through.
Next week we're going to be looking at another Hannibal prequel.
Yeah. Because
even though the book is the first appearance of Hannibal, the movie was made after Hannibal.
Yep. And
framed as a prequel, and with extra Hannibal added in. We're going to be looking at Red Dragon next week.
Zoy.
So until then, I've been Merrick D'Amato.
I've been Matt.
And happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.